She did have a strong debate performance, and part of the commentary, though, is does she have a strong debate performance because it's a relatively weak field? Is that part of her strength, and would a Biden have made it different? Would a field like 2008 have made it a different debate? But one of the big questions was, and I don't think she did give a terribly strong answer on her consistency. Keystone is part of that. On other issues, she has moved left. On a couple issues, she's moved right. But Hillary Clinton explaining, here's one of them, the Keystone vote. Does this work?
We know that if you are learning, you're going to change your position. I never took a position on Keystone until I took a position on Keystone.
Yeah.
She wasn't for it before she was against it, Peter.
No, exactly. No, there was shades of John Kerry in 2004 who said he was for the Iraq funding before he was against it. So I think the problem is for Hillary Clinton isn't necessarily even the pulling to the left so much as what does she really believe, right? So when she comes out against the trade deal that she herself had participated in launching while she was in the Obama administration, it sounds like she is, of course, playing to the liberal base, playing to the unions who are against it, and doesn't necessarily sound like it's what she really believes. So I think the Republican attack on her will be, who is she? What does she believe? Can we really trust what she's saying now because she said something different a while back?
Again, you'll hear her thoughts on this directly to Jake Tapper in just a few minutes about her big testimony to the Benghazi Select Committee this week. But what are the stakes? Republicans gave her a gift. When you've had a couple of Republicans come out and at least suggest in public that the committee was set up in part or in full, to go after Hillary Clinton. It's become as much, if not more, about the emails than the deaths, the tragic deaths of 4 American in Benghazis. But what are the stakes for her this week? If she tries to get too cute and say this is all politics, there's a risk, right?
Well, there is a risk. And I do think that Republicans did her a real favor. Two different high-ranking Republicans in the last, couple of weeks saying that this was basically about, raising questions about her. But it did raise questions about her, and we're all talking about those questions. And I think the stakes are very high for her when she goes to testify, both in the way that she approaches the questions and her demeanor. And does she come across as trustworthy, or does she come across as, her testimony in one of the first hearings on Capitol Hill about Benghazi, she came across as quite defensive. Right. And that really hurt her, I think. That clip from that hearing has been used in ads, and I think that she has to really be careful, and I'm sure her campaign is calculating this right now and trying to calibrate it. How she comes across, she needs to make sure that she's addressing the questions, but at the same time, not seeming to legitimize what she has said is a completely political and partisan exercise.